Okay, the total is how many?
500.
500, that goes in the bottom, right? And it says in 2 months, in 2 months, altogether about 300. So 3/5 is correct, but your reasoning was whack.
I just visualized it in my head, you know, just like.
Well, how, you know what, whatever works for you, as long as it works every time. See,
You
that's
said
the
some
key.
of those things you just gotta know.
Some of them you
figure
just
it out.
know. Well, so about 300 of the 500, you see, were returned, which reduces to 3/5. So about 3/5, okay? Number 12 says Marlene needs 2 1/4 yards of material to make a dress for her youngest daughter. She needs 2 1/4 yards of material to make a dress for her younger daughter. Okay, you got that? How many dresses can she make from 10 yards of material? What operation are you gonna have to perform?
Division.
Divide. What are you dividing up?
10.
The 10 yards of material, right? You need to know how many 2 1/4 are in 10, right? And that's what I mean, you have to picture what's going on, because I need to know every time I can subtract 2 1/4, that's another dress. So I need to know how many 2 1/4 are there. So it's 10 divided by 2 1/4. What's that problem?
Yeah.
What'd you get?
37 1/3.
That's how many dresses you can make?
Oh wait, nope, I'm sure. I
Four.
messed up.
4 dresses, right?
Yeah.
Because you actually got 4 and something left over, but you can't,
That's because I went to.
but you
the
can't make
multiplication.
4/9 of a dress. Now, somebody little like you, probably make 4/9 of a dress and it'd be all right. I need the whole 9/9. So you could only make 4 dresses, you'd have material left over. But see, that's why you see that the answer to your math is not gonna always be the answer to your problem. The answer to your math will help you to give an answer to your problem. You see, when you found out that you could take 2 1/4 out of 9 or out of 10 4 times with some left over, then the answer to your question, how many dresses can you make? You can only make 4 dresses. Because you only have that much material left, and you need a whole 2 1/4 to make another dress. Follow what I'm saying, David? Are you getting that answer? You get that?
I got 5.
So
You got 5 dresses? What did you get for your answer? What did you have? You should have had 10 over 1 divided by 9/4,
Yep.
which is 10 over 1 times 4 over 9, right?
Right.
So that gives you 40 over 9, right? Right?
Yeah.
9 goes into 40, you said 5 times?
Yeah, that's,
Okay, that was the problem.
I was thinking 8 times 5.
Uh-huh. But again, that's why you look and you go back through the process. You did the process right, you did the calculation wrong. Unfortunately, they had 5 as an answer, you see. And you would have chosen it and been wrong, even though you did the process
Hey, can you write
correctly.
this one out for us so we can see?
To see how to divide 10 by 2 1/4?
Yep.
No, we're going to do it. We can wait for you to do it. Did you had 10 over 1 times 4 over 9? No.
9 over 4.
Then you divided 9, yeah, so how many dresses can you make? You're done with the problem, yes you are. You can only make 4 dresses because even though you're gonna have some material left over, here's what you have to picture. You got a bolt of material, and then that's why I say, get a picture, draw a picture. Draw a picture. This is 10 yards of material.
No, I know it's an easy problem, I'm just.
No, I'm not saying whether it's easy or not, I want you to get a picture of it. You're gonna take 2 1/4 yards off, that's one dress. You said you can take it off 4 times, right? That's another dress. That's another dress. That's another dress. And you got some material left. But can you make another dress out of it if I need 2 1/4? You see what I'm saying? 2 1/4 went in 4 times with some left over.
No, but like, how do you write it out as like the actual problem?
What was the problem? 10 divided by 2
There we go,
1/4.
like that.
The same way. That's the only reason why I'm speaking like this and fast is because
One more time.
it's no different. It's the same thing every time. Same thing every time. You got that far?
Yeah.
Right? You gotta write it, change it, flip it, multiply top times top, bottom times bottom, simplify or reduce your answer. Oops. 4 4/9. I can make 4 4/9 dresses is my answer. Can you make 4/9 of a dress?
No.
So how many dresses could you make?
4.
Right? Your answer is 4 4/9. You got 4 holes
Cool.
and 4 pieces left. So I can make 4 4/9 dresses is what my answer is. So the question is really, how many dresses can you make? You can only make 4 dresses. You got enough to make a little more than or not even half. 4 1/2 is half of 9. You can't even make quite a half a dress. You can only make 4 whole dresses. Okay? Got it? Natalie? You still questioning it?
No.
Okay. Yeah, you were finished with the, when you said you weren't finished, you wanted to keep making a decimal. We're not doing decimals. What you're wanting to see is that, how many 9s can I get off 40?
No, I just.
I can get 4 of them, and I'd still have 4 of those 9s left.
That's the material.
Because you did it like this,
The 4/9 is
and
like.
when you did this,
Technically the.
and you
material
had this
over.
left, you didn't know what to do with that.
Yeah, so you turn it into a mixed number.
Well, what I'm saying is that I don't want you to understand it that way. I want you to understand what you're doing. You have 40 things, each one of them is a 9.
So the 4/9.
You got 40 of them, just like you have 40 dimes. Here's what I want you to picture. I'm not gonna draw 40, but let's just say we have 40 of them. Every time I can take 9 of them out, that's a hole. I keep taking 9 of them out, that's a hole. Keep taking 9 of them out, that's a hole. And when I finish getting all my holes, I can do that 3 times. I can circle 3 of them. And what's left here? 4 what? What are they? Because they were 9ths in the first place. That's what I want you to understand. I don't want you to memorize, you take this and put it on top of
So
that
the
on the
4/9
bottom.
is
No.
pretty much
They
the
gotta be
excess
9ths
material.
because that's what they are. If you had 1,000 dimes on the floor, every time you picked up 10 dimes, you'd have $1. And if you had 5 things left, they'd be dimes. You see what I'm saying? You'd have 5 dimes left. You'd have so many dollars and 5 dimes. So if they're 9ths, what you have left, if it's 4 of them left, they're 9ths. If this was a third, if I had, well, let's say 8. We don't want it to be smaller. If I had 4 of them left, they'd be 8ths. If this was a 7, if I had 4 of them left, they'd be 7ths. Because that's what they were in the first place. If I have 47ths, every time I can take out 7 7ths, I have a hole. I can take 7 7ths out of there 5 times, that'll use up 35 of them. And I'd still have 5 of those 7ths left. You see what I'm saying? That's all I want you to understand. That's what's going on there when you do that. Because people always get confused with what to do with this. And what is it? It's an 8th because that's what they were. And they'll stay that way. Okay, that make more sense? Okay.
Yeah.
People just aren't used to dealing with them as things. They're used to looking at the numbers and just thinking about numbers. That's why fractions are difficult. And that's why I try to always bring in money. It's no different than saying a tenth or a fourth as it is to say a dime or a nickel. You got two of them. This is what they are. They're sevens, just like they're nickels or they're, you know. We just don't have cute names for those ones. Because a nickel is really a 20th. Because it takes 20 of them to make a dollar, you see. A quarter is a fourth, that's why it's called a quarter. Because it's 1/4 of a dollar. It takes 4 of them to make a whole. See, a dime is a tenth. Because it takes 10 of them to make a whole. A 50-cent piece, that's why it's a half a dollar. Because it takes 2 of them to make a whole. But you don't have a 1/7 of a dollar and a 1/6 of a dollar, see. So we can't use those as examples for the other fractions. But you can have a 1/6 of a whole, a 1/5 of a whole, a 13th of a whole, a 18th of a whole, any fraction of a whole thing, because you can divide a whole into any size pieces that you want. Okay? All right. Number 13. On a snowy evening, about 12 of the students in Mrs. Thompson's English class were absent. Okay, get a picture. She's got a class, 12 people were absent. So some people were there, 12 were absent. There are 35 students registered for